Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Huggy Face Gaming here, bringing you guys a discussion type video. Now, I know a lot of you guys are kind of wondering, yo, Huggy Face Gaming, where is Dragon Ball Super episode 100? I believe it's 13 review or 114 review. I'm sorry to be saying this within this episode, but I'm actually going to stop doing the reviews because obviously I feel kind of bad that I do reviews, on Tuesdays when not the gay, the show actually comes out like on Saturday night. So I feel kind of bad to do a review that's like 4 days old. So hopefully you guys do understand. Obviously a lot of you guys did like the reviews. You guys did like to hear my opinions within these reviews, but I feel like I'm gonna move past those reviews and not do any more just because, it's better for you guys to actually go watch the episodes and have your own opinion rather to wait, like 3, 4 days for me to actually make a review, as well as there's other YouTubers out there who do reviews, the day the episode comes out. So you guys should check those people out. Not me, who's lazy and takes forever to upload, but I'm gonna be doing more of these type of discussion type videos where we actually talk about Dragon Ball Super in general and some things that people might have forgotten. And within this one talk we're gonna be doing today, I'm gonna be talking about Majin Buu. Now, for many of you guys who do not remember, Majin Buu was one of the people who was supposed to be with inside the Tournament of Power, but due to him, falling asleep and all of that, we didn't really get to see Majin Buu fight within this Tournament of Power, which a lot of people were sad that it happened, especially myself. I was really sad when I saw Majin Buu, grow back his weight and, not be skinny anymore. And a lot of people actually wanted, the skinny Majin Buu to come back so we could see, his power scaling and what he would do in the tournament. And it was kind of confirmed by some articles. I believe they're talking to like Akira Toriyama and the people who actually create Dragon Ball Super as to why they didn't really put Majin Buu within the tournament. And it kind of surprised me when I read it because they were actually saying that they didn't bring Majin Buu into this tournament because of the fact that he would be apparently he'd be too overpowered for the tournament. And they have some pretty key points to say why he's too overpowered within this tournament. Obviously, the one being that he indeed has like the ability to stretch. So if one of Universe 7 people would actually fall out the arena, he would be able to stretch his body to save that person. And that's a pretty OP, that's pretty OP, just being able to stretch your body to save someone from falling out. That means like hardly anyone would ever actually be eliminated from Universe 7 if Majin Buu was still inside. And not only that, but one of the biggest complaints that probably people would have had if Majin Buu was in this tournament, but it'd be super beneficial, was indeed his healing powers. Majin Buu has the power to heal wounds and just anything when it comes to like his powers. As we saw within Dragon Ball Z, he was actually able to give a blind kid his sight back, and he's just managed to heal multiple people, especially his dog, which I believe, I forgot what his dog's name, but he was able to save his dog from the wound shot when those like those bad guys actually shot the dog. And he even rescued Mr. Satan from dying by curing him from that bullet shot as well. So his healing power would have been too overpowered. Like, even especially right now with Goku actually being knocked out from Jiren, if Majin Buu was still in the tournament, that would have been a pretty, great way to actually get Goku's strength back. Just using Majin Buu to heal up Goku so Goku could just have his full strength and probably fight Jiren once again. And another point that they actually make in the article is the fact that Buu is basically indestructible. Buu cannot die. The only way Majin Buu could be defeated is if you destroy like every single piece of him. But at the same time, if you destroy every single piece of of Buu, just like Cell, if you destroy every little thing that makes him him, that's basically killing him. So if you actually destroyed every single piece of Majin Buu, that technically be you killing Majin Buu, which according to the Tournament of Power, you can't kill anyone. So if you kill Majin Buu, then that person would be eliminated, and the only person that would actually be able to, probably do that to Majin Buu would have been Jiren. So probably Buu would have given Jiren a run for his money with, all of these strange abilities that he possibly could have used with against Jiren. So just imagine Jiren going up against Majin Buu and accidentally going so hard because obviously you can't kill Majin Buu or really do that much damage because every time you do damage to Majin Buu, he could just heal himself. Imagine Buu and Jiren fighting, and then Jiren realizing that the only way to defeat him is to destroy every piece of him. But then at the same time, if Jiren would have destroyed every piece of Majin Buu, he would have actually been eliminated because he would have killed Majin Buu. So that's kind of crazy to think, and that's just a lot of theories now. Like, who would have won in the fight? Obviously, Jiren would have just annihilated Majin Buu, but at the same time, Majin Buu has some crazy abilities to actually maintain himself, to keep on fighting, which is pretty crazy. And I wish that's the reason why I wish Majin Buu would have still been in the tournament, so we could have seen what exactly he can do. Because we've seen in the preliminaries that those Danger Trio, whatever they were, those three wolves, they were nothing to Majin Buu. So imagine like everyone else within this tournament, we could have possibly seen some epic fights for Majin Buu, like Majin Buu versus Topo, Majin Buu versus Zizbo, Majin Buu just basically against so many people. And not only that, but also like talking about different opponents, Majin Buu could have probably fought all of them at once, since he does have the ability to kind of like rips up some of his fat and transform it into another Buu, which is pretty crazy to see. So we could have had a ton of Majin Buus fighting like every single opponent within the Tournament of Power, and probably even eliminate them, because we already know when Majin Buu duplicates himself, each one is basically as strong as the original. So that is pretty crazy to know. So it's kind of crazy that I wish Majin Buu was still in this tournament. It's kind of sad that he isn't. And then obviously one of the big factors that Majin Buu has is obviously absorbing people. Just imagine Majin Buu absorbing Jiren. Just how strong would Majin Buu be if he actually did manage to absorb Jiren? But I mean, at the same time, if Majin Buu did absorb Jiren, probably Jiren would have been too strong and just blew up Majin Buu. But like I mentioned before, if he blows them up and destroys them, that's killing Majin Buu. So he would have been eliminated. So using Majin Buu would have been a trump card to actually get Jiren eliminated by not even having to fight anyone else. Just him just destroying Majin Buu and killing Majin Buu and just being eliminated because of that DQ ability that he has. So I mean, it's pretty crazy how we don't get Majin Buu anymore. I wish we could have had that skinny Buu fighting within the Tournament of Power. But what do you guys think about this news? Like like this article talking about Majin Buu being too OP for the Tournament of Power. That all of these abilities would have been super beneficial for Universe 7. And I feel like if Majin Buu was in this tournament, Universe 7 would have had a huge advantage, with his stretchy ability. Not that many people would be eliminated. With his healing powers, Goku would have been like at full health and no one would ever. Basically, Majin Buu is basically a walking, talking senzu bean at this point. So it would have been really cool if we saw all of these abilities. When Majin, when they went to Majin Buu and Hercule and he saw that he was actually asleep, I was pretty. I was devastated. Like I really wanted to see Majin Buu fight, and especially since he went back to like his skinny form, I just wish that we would have seen some more of Majin Buu. But now we get to see that the reason why he's not in is because technically he would have been too OP. So do you guys believe that Majin Buu would have been too OP for this tournament, or did you guys just completely forget about Majin Buu and just really enjoy Frieza within this tournament? Because I'm not gonna lie, Frieza within this tournament of power is something that makes me laugh. Like I'm happy that they actually put Frieza, but I would have much wanted to see Majin Buu actually get more action and more fights, because obviously we haven't seen that much from Majin Buu, especially him being such a character who was really powerful within his arc. So I kind of wish they did show more of Majin Buu within the Tournament of Power. But like I keep saying, beggars can't be choosers. But what are your guys' opinions? Do you guys feel like if Majin Buu was in this tournament, he'd be too overpowered? How well do you think he would have done against Jiren? Do you think Majin Buu would have had like not he wouldn't have a chance against Jiren, but do you think, with his abilities, he could have somewhat of a decent fight against Jiren? And what do you guys think about it? Do you guys just wish Majin Buu was still in this tournament instead of Frieza? There's so much to talk about within this Majin Buu. I feel like a lot of people forgot, Majin Buu was even a character within the Tournament of Power. But seeing that all of this kind of makes sense now, I'm kind of happy that they didn't put him in, because obviously, yeah, he would have been pretty damn overpowered. But that's all I really have for you for like this video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this rant about Majin Buu not being in this tournament, and hopefully you guys do understand about the Dragon Ball Super reviews, that they're not going to be happening anymore, because I don't want you guys waiting 4 days after the episode came out to get a review from me. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one, and keep a lookout for my giveaways that are going to be happening in a couple of weeks. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.